This week in green. The next time you raise a glass and say cheers, the bubbles in your beer could come from the Bass Strait. Yes, the direct waterway wedged between Australia and Tasmania could provide purified CO2 for your brew. Esso Australia, the largest gas producer in the southern part of the continent, is teaming up with Air Liquide Australia to build a manufacturing facility that will recycle and purify carbon dioxide, CO2, from the industrial gas extracted in the area for food and carbonated drinks like beer. The current process by Esso extracts the CO2 from the gas, but is then vented in the atmosphere in a process called flaring. The partnership with Air Liquide Australia will allow them to repurpose what is typically a waste product into something beneficial for the food and beverage industry. The move to repurpose CO2 will lower the company's carbon footprint to meet the targets set by the Paris Climate Accords and create a 35% reduction of Esso's flaring intensity by 2025. Meanwhile, still no luck finding funding or any interest whatsoever in McGillicuddy's Farms mouth fart methane extracted IPA, which transforms the methane gases emitted by cow gas into frothy suds with the slogan, "Mouth fart methane IPA. It'll get your party moving."
That is a classic brew that they make down there.
I gotta tell you.
It's a quality brewing company.
I don't know why.
A great IPA.
I don't know why anybody's not buying it. They can't get the financing. They can't get the funding. Nobody wants to drink the mouth fart methane IPA.
Yeah, it's odd because, I did have some of their test brews that they made when I was down in Australia not long ago. And I'll be honest.
Yeah?
It's got a kick.
It's got a kick. It does get you moving, like they say.
100%, no doubt about it.
Oh my gosh, it is one of those things that as I wrote the joke, I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I gave myself McGillicuddy's Farms, and as soon as I read it on the screen, I was going, why? Why didn't I just say Robert's Farms, or Smith's Farms, but instead I said McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy would make
a better
IPA than any other name. That's the only. Plus, that's a true story. People think that's a joke. There actually is a McGillicuddy. No, that's not true. No.
There's going to be a brewery that comes out called McGillicuddy Farms. You wait. You wait.
There will be. We'll probably have to fund it just to not make people think we're lying.
I know.
We'll make our own brewery with our own.
Biofriendly Podcast presents McGillicuddy Farm Mouth Fart. Mouth Fart, such a gross pairing of words, but I was trying to embrace the fact that we all know that cows, the methane comes from both ends, primarily the burp. And so I was like, mouth fart.
It's got to be mouth fart. Because if you say mouth burp, then people don't, it doesn't have the same kick.
Exactly.
Not the kick that'll get you moving.
But it is a cool story. Just back to the plant down in Australia and this partnership between Air Liquide and with Esso.
Sure.
This is waste product that was just the CO2 was, they had ways of capturing it and venting it out in that flaring process. But this is really cool to see ways of taking this waste and putting it somewhere else. So I think it's a really cool partnership. And some of the talking points are the plant will be built about 3 hours east of Melbourne. Melbourne.
Let's pronounce it correctly.
Melbourne,
we do.
In a city called Sale in Victoria. That's where it's going to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know the city.
Yeah. Have you been there before?
I have.
This guy
Fantastic.
over here. The construction begins soon and should be operational by next year, creating about 60 construction jobs. So gives jobs in the area. And the carbon dioxide will also be used for water treatment and the medical industry. So lots of good uses coming from this collaboration.
I mean, this is part of the name of the game, isn't it?
Yes.
We've got to find new ways to repurpose, capture, remove, get that carbon to better use. And it's really cool to see how people are being so creative with it.
It is.
I think any opportunity that we take in science and environmentalism to come up with solutions for it is worth it for me. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled, and we get some new beer out of it too.
We get some new beer out of it too.
McGillicuddy Farms.
McGillicuddy Farms. We'll have more for you soon.